Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Ned Jarrett's 1965 Ford Galaxie from the great folks over at University of Racing. As always, let's take a quick look at the box. As always, these guys have amazing boxes. So much better than Lionel's boxes. You got a nice piece of artwork on the front, Ned standing next to his car, Ned Jarrett's number 11, 1965 Ford Galaxie, Ned Jarrett's signature, University of Racing Legends, third in the series. Home and Moody, competition proven. You got multiple different photos of different versions of the car throughout the year and some of the details of the diecast down there. I always love how this is actually referred to as Candy Apple Blue. Said you got University of Racing Legends and Home and Moody. On this side, you have a whole biography on Ned Jarrett if you want to read that. Number 11, Ned Jarrett, number 11. And you, of course, have your copyright and such on the bottom of the box. Here is the car itself. One of the most iconic paint schemes of 1965. And honestly, the most iconic paint schemes of the 60s in general. He did win the championship this season. And this is also the car that he got his record-setting margin of victory at 14 laps at the Southern 500. Don't see that ever getting beaten. This is just one of those, like I said, super iconic paint schemes of the 60s. It did come back when Ned Jarrett got inducted into the Hall of Fame by David Reagan. It was the UPS car. It is kind of funny that Dale Jarrett himself, I don't think, ever ran a throwback to Ned Jarrett. But I mean, back then there wasn't really, throwbacks weren't really a thing until every once in a while you get like a Petty throwback or like the Wood Brothers would run a throwback, but it wasn't really as common back then. But it was cool the UPS did that. I have to get that car at some point. Just a really cool car. Classic, simple 60s design, but it works. Because like I said, it's such a nice color. I've said that many times before. It all depends on the color. Simple cars can work as long as they have nice colors. If it's just a solid white car with some black logos, that's not exciting. But a candy apple blue car, now that's cool. Anyways, let's get down to sponsors and details. On the hood, you got 427 cubic inches. Got Bondi Long, the owner. Got a few classic contingency sponsors, Regal Ride, Sun Service Equipment, Pure, and Airlift. Has those retro Goodyear tires as well. Back when they used to put little details with their numbers, like this one has the speed lines next to it. That's cool. Got Richmond Ford Motor Company, Richmond, Virginia. Got Ned Jarrett's name on the name rail. Interesting that it is different numbers, fonts on the side doors with the number lines than you used to have like pretty standard ones on the roof. Nothing on the back. It's interesting that the speed lines actually go kind of backwards on the right side of this car. I imagine they just had like one type of decal or one type of paint painted, so they just kind of rolled with it. But it's kind of funny to see that. Anyways, let's take a look under the hood. As you can see, University of Racing gives you fantastic detail. Super intricate high detail on their engine and interiors and all that. Deck lid, of course, does open. Got your typical fuel cell and such back there. Well, typical for the 60s anyways. And there's the inner side of the car if you want to see that. You see it does actually have like scorched exhaust pipes and everything. Some more of that great detail from University of Racing. That even got door handles, you got, detailed interiors. University of Racing cars are always fantastic. I always love when I pick one up. Hopefully they're still coming back. Like, they keep just disappearing on us. They disappeared for a long time after all the Charger Daytonas, and then they finally gave us the Richard Petty Superbird, which they said there was a bunch of weird, that was supposed to come out in 2020, but then COVID screwed everything up, so that never came out on time and didn't come out till 2024. But then after the Superbird, they said that they were about to share something really cool with us very soon. But then nothing ever came of it. We're still waiting on a new release. They're still around because they did sponsor. They were on the B post of the Wood Brothers car with Josh Berry for 90% of the year. So they're still around. So hopefully we're going to get something cool at some point. I don't know if they're just waiting right now because of the tariff mess, but I don't know. Hopefully we get some more from University of Racing, but I was kind of expecting maybe something this year that was going to be like, maybe another Wood Brothers car that fits with the Wood Brothers anniversary year or something. But I don't know. Like I said, we'll just have to wait and see at this point. If you want this car, this is one of the easier cars to get. Said some of the University of Racing cars are like super rare, valuable. You're never going to see them, like the Wendell Scott or the David Pearsons or like the Buddy Baker Daytona and such. But this is one of those you can probably get at, the University of Racing website or from the good folks at Circle B Diecast right now. Remember, for all of your diecast needs, you can go to Circle B Diecast, and if you use the code BWhack, you can get $5 off shipping on any order over $30. So go check it out if you want anything. But I think that's pretty much all there is to say. This has been a review of Ned Jarrett's number 11 Ford Galaxie from 1965. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.